Hey everybody, how you going? Well, soon there was such a great response to everyone wanting to see this front axle knuckle swivel rebuild thing. This is definitely not a how-to video. If anything, it's probably a how not to. Oh. Fuck, that's tight. Ridiculously. Gotcha. Whew. I don't think whoever's the last person to work on this had any idea of what a fucking torque wrench is. If it was done up to the right torque, it wouldn't have been that tight. Let's get this cap off. These aren't necessarily the right circular pliers, but they will do the job. There we go. I'm just going to give everything a bit of a squirt with WD-40. Let it sit for a little bit. The cone washers and stuff underneath there have got to get out, which could be a little difficult. We'll just let that sit for a little bit. I'm going to go and have a smoko and come back and I'll undo those nuts. Whoops, don't want to tighten up. Alright, so there's all my nuts and flat washers. These cone washers apparently are a bit of a shit to get out. Someone chucked silicone on that to try and stop it leaking, by the looks of it. Someone has had a screwdriver in there at some stage to try and lever it. Right there. I don't know if I like that idea. That right there is someone's whacked a punch into it. There's more silicone on it. So this thing's been sealed up with silicone. Bloody brilliant. Yeah, good on you, mate. Right here, looks like it's been pretty heavily butchered. Oh, there goes one. Yay, one of them's popped out. Oh, we got one out. Yee-haw. That's a start. Oh, there's two. Yay! I don't know if they're supposed to be split like that. Hopefully you can see that. 2 down, 4 to go. And we got them all. Woohoo! Oh no, there's one more. There's one more. I bet you this one's going to be a bitch. Oh no, there we go, got it. Let's see if I can get this hub to pop. Oh, look at that. It's just come straight off. Lovely. Ugh. I might actually give that a bit of a wipe up before I put it in the bag. Yeah, someone's tried to seal this up with silicone. Maybe it's been damaged and not sealing properly. No, there's all. Yeah, it's been sealed up with silicone at some stage. I don't know whether it's already previously been damaged or quite what the go is there. I don't know how flat it is. I'll clean up all the surfaces and hopefully it'll go back together and not leak. Yeah, many years of doing this sort of thing and not wearing gloves, being covered in grease. It now gives me a bit of a hard time. So if I try and do the right thing and wear gloves, might save me a bit of drama down the track. And they're not bad to work in. Hands do get a bit sweaty, but you know, it's Queensland. It gets sweaty anyway. Alright, let's get back to the job at hand. In here there should be a bent over tab or two. Let's see if I can't clean some of this shit out so I can see what I'm doing. That's loose. Look at that. That's not good. There's my tab there. I'll just straighten that tab out. Yes, look at that. Well, I really would have hoped that it would have been put in a bit better than that, but I don't need to find a big socket for it now because it's already finger tight, not even finger tight, so get that out. I can smell diff oil already, so yeah, I'd say the seals are definitely leaking. That we'll have that bendy washer. How do we get that out? It should just slide off. There we go. Probably be replacing that, but I'll whack it in with plastic bags. I won't discard anything until I know it doesn't have to be reused. And this inner nut, yeah, that should have at least some tension on it. I don't know how much as yet. I'll find out. This hub should now come off. Alright, so as I say, stick your thumbs in and pull. Alright, yep, that stops the bearing coming out. And there we go. That's it, there's not much grease in there. Oh, I've just seen something that doesn't look good. Just let me get rid of this. What I'm seeing that's not impressing me, what I'm seeing is some grooves back in here. Oh yeah, that's pretty heavily grooved. Let's clean this up. That doesn't look good at all actually. I don't know how critical it is. That's where the seal's going to run. It's pretty heavily marked, so spray a bit of WD-40 around in here. Get some of the chunkier bits out. Clean up this as much as I sort of can before I pull it apart. Alright, so next step is to undo these nuts. They're what? Right, so I'll need to keep these bolts. I don't know whether the kit has come with a replacement retainer or not, so it's time now to pull that out, apparently. There we go. Oh, it's got some fairly nasty grooving in here. Let me see it. I'm thinking I may actually have to replace that. Now I believe this is supposed to just pull out. Grease in there is pretty ugly. There we go. And there's our axle. Ugh. That doesn't look good. It's actually not a whole lot of grease in there. Which is not good. I think I've got some degreaser. I'll just clean this up a bit. Clean some of this grease out of here. Not that there's much grease left in there. Give it a clean up. I don't have to deal with it. If I don't have to deal with it later, that's a good thing. Alright, it's another day. Had to go off and earn some money to pay for some parts for this thing, so I'm back again and catch it in there rather than having it go on the ground. Right, I've got to replace these tie rod ends anyway. They've got to come off, so let's get these suckers out. Just want to clean off the top of these things because I've got to measure them so I can get the new tie rod ends in the right distance. Might negate the need for getting a front end alignment on it. Actually, clean that up there as well. That's where I'm measuring from. Got a split pin in here. Under here, see if we can get this undone. Got more crap falling off everywhere. Come on. There we go. Get onto that, not quite. Oh God, everything's so friggin' hard on this thing. There we go. With a 19mm socket, see if we can get this sucker undone. Oh, look at that. That part came apart easy enough. Alright, now for the fun bits. It's actually splitting this joint. Like the other side, I've already split that. That one's apart. Get that to go on. Yes. Then tighten him up. So these tie rods are as tight as I'll get out. And it'll make quite a noise when it comes apart. Hopefully this doesn't fly off and hit me in the face. Really the first time. It'll be a lot tighter than this yet. Here we go. When it comes off, it'll come off with quite a bang. I'm not real keen on having my head down here. Oh, there it goes. And there we go. That one's out. That one come out easier than the other side did. I'll get that out of the way. Oh, come on, fuck out. There we go. Now, I need to undo this arm. Oh, that's coming undone easy enough. Keep these nuts and washers. And get the sucker to come out. There we go. I'll do them diagonal. Just to try and do the right thing. Just being held in with all this crud. And one more. Oh, for fuck's sake, come out of there. Yeah, you can see the amount of shit that's on them. Oh, okay. Didn't realise that it has these comb washers in there as well. Oh, that's that one. There's two are out. Go. So all the cone washers out. And here we go. Another piece has been dismantled. Slip them on there like so, then they won't get lost. Charge that before I get too much grease on my fingers. I end up with dermatitis. Being an old bloke, getting dermatitis is pretty common doing this sort of stuff. Right, I'll just get that up out of the road. So push this bearing up, pull that forward, bearing drops out, hub lifts off. I did try to video it, but there's a couple of plates. There's these couple of retaining plates held on at the back with 10mm screws or 10mm bolts, and then it holds. Oh shit, holds all this stuff together. Right, we're just chucking them. That's the rear seal and felt wiper. Yeah, it's pretty well knackered. No wonder there's shit going everywhere. I'll get rid of that bearing, the floor. Oh, it's the last thing to do on this job. Hard to see, I think. There we go. Just to pull this seal out. This is the culprit that usually causes most of the problem. Separates the diff oil from the grease, the lithium grease, and that seal fails. There we go. Now that's the seal that's failed, causing all this problem. Right, throw that away. We get a new one. We've got a new, well, we'll have a new one in the kit, hopefully. You'd want to hope so. I'm just going to clean all that out. On this side of the seal, I would have expected to see just would have expected to see diff oil. Well, should be seeing diff oil. What we've got is a mix of diff oil and lithium grease, which is yeah, definitely not what we want to see. I have to try and clean as much of that out as I can. There's grease up the back there where there shouldn't be. Yeah. It's pretty ugly. I'm going to have to try and see if I can work out a way of cleaning out all the way back into the diff, because that's going to have flowed all the way back into the diff. So yeah, not pretty. Not pretty. Could be worse. I'm not seeing lots of metal bits in it though at this stage. I'm not feeling metal bits in it, which just in itself makes me feel just a little bit happier. Oh, it's a dirty job, someone's got to do it. Might as well be me. Alright, well that's it. So far as dismantling one side of the axle knuckle swivel joint. I don't know. I don't know quite what the proper name for it is, but you know, that thing I've been working on. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, do all of that sort of stuff, because it makes me feel better about getting covered in shit. And actually videoing, you know, videoing this stuff actually makes it a lot harder. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Hope it's worth your while spending the time to watch it, and cheers. I'll be back when I've cleaned everything up. I'll put it all back together and it should be like brand new. All right, catch you later. Bye.